Macron making massive miscalculation by assuming UK will return for Brexit talks in 2021. Emmanuel Macron is making a massive miscalculation by assuming the UK will be forced to return for another round of trade negotiations next year if 2020 ends without a deal being struck, a government insider has warned. With barely a week before the end of the transition period, the prospects of a deal are hanging in the balance, and a deadline of 11 p.m. last night set by MEPs in order for it to be ratified by the end of the year passed without any agreement. There has been little progress on the key sticking points: fishing rights, rules to protect the integrity of the bloc's single market, and the role of the European Court of Justice. Betting website S-Markets currently rates the chances of a deal at 50-50, with the odds dropping significantly in the last week. UK negotiators are understood to believe Mr. Macron is taking a calculated risk that no deal will be so unpopular domestically Mr. Johnson will cave in and accept Brussels' terms within weeks. However, one source told The Telegraph, if we leave without a deal there will inevitably be criticism of the government, even though the Prime Minister has made it clear we will thrive either way. Why on earth would we go through that if we intended to go back to Brussels cap in hand a few weeks later and accept a deal we have already rejected? If Emmanuel Macron thinks that's what's going to happen, he has made a massive miscalculation. Another insider added, unfortunately, the EU are still struggling to get the flexibility needed from member states and are continuing to make demands that are incompatible with our independence. We cannot accept a deal that doesn't leave us in control of our own laws or waters. EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier tweeted yesterday, in this crucial moment for the EU-GB negotiations, we continue to work hard with David G.H. Frost and his team. The EU remains committed to a fair, reciprocal and balanced agreement. We respect the sovereignty of the UK. And we expect the same. Both EU and GB must have the right to set their own laws and control their own waters. And we should both be able to act when our interests are at stake. Speaking to Express.co.uk last week, Nicholas Bay, the General Secretary of the right-wing National Rally Party led by Marine Le Pen, appeared to have similar expectations with respect to the looming deadline. He said, we would risk, by wanting to rush the signing of a badly stitched agreement, that it would take us down the wrong road and further damage the balance of the future relationship. The stakes are high for both sides, let us allow ourselves time to find a compromise that is mutually beneficial. It would have been preferable to avoid a no-deal, but it would not be catastrophic for anyone. It would amount to a new phase of transition during which negotiations would continue.